I was walking past this group of masculine presenting individuals. They asked me, are you a man or a woman? I was like, oh, darling, I'm both. My style says that I am a very playful, colorful, vibrant person. I would say Jellicle, just like the Jellicle cast. Very Jellicle. My style also speaks to my gender fluidity as a non-binary person. I believe that gender expression should be a playground. I do not limit myself when it comes to what I wear. I'll wear heels, I'll wear skirts, I'll wear suits, two pieces, anything that my eye catches, I will try it on. So whenever I walk into a clothing store, everything is an option. I actually had some home videos digitized. When I was like, oh my God. I know I'm a character now, but like, I was that character as a kid. I have my family to really thank. They allowed me room to explore how I wanted to show up in the world. My grandmother in particular, church-going woman, and if you know anything about Black churches, they are a fashion show. She had this wonderful closet of beautiful clothes, sequin dresses, hats that defied architecture and gravity. I would go and play in her closet thinking I was doing like a little secretive thing. There was one particular moment where I wore a pair of white kitten heels and the family was gathered downstairs. And so I put on a little hat, I put on the shoes, and I clip-clop my tiny self downstairs. And as soon as I did that, everybody stopped and stared and grew silent. And I was like, oh no, I did something wrong. I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. All I could hear was my grandmother say, isn't that just precious? Baby, come on over here and give me a hug. In that moment, she was displaying for the rest of the family that one, this is okay for Christopher to do, and two, Christopher has my approval to do this. So from a very early age, my family created a very foundational love that allowed me to float as high as I wanted to because I knew I could always pull myself back down to their love. My favorite thing, I'm gonna go grab it. It is my mother. She's no longer here with us in the physical realm, but always in spirit. I tend not to wear it because I just want to preserve it, but I feel like this floral pattern has really inspired a lot of my looks.
Maybe life?
Yes. My great-grandmother had a farm, so at a very young age, my grandmother understood the importance of the land. She eventually moved to Philadelphia and created a garden of her own in Southwest Philly. And that is where my mother developed her love for flowers. I just remember my mom always purchasing freshly cut flowers. There was never any period in time when there was not flowers in the house. This purse just reminds me of her love for flowers. Her favorite flower was the rose. Like, she loved roses. And so for me, whenever I see a rose, it is a sign that my mother's with me. I actually have a bunch of dried roses in the apartment. I love drying my flowers. Out of all the items in my wardrobe, this is definitely one of my favorite things, and I'm really excited to style it with 4 different looks. Oh, the first time I paired it with this. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Florals on florals, okay. It feels really good. I feel very sexy. Maybe I'm going to church to, you know, start something. I don't know. We'll have to see. This is actually a 2-piece, like a wrap skirt and a very cinched blazer. You know, trying to show a little leg, you know, a little something.
I love the tattoo. What does it say below, Femme?
So it's the phonetic spelling of Femme. My mom was just such a strong Femme woman, and I just loved that word. And so I was like, oh, I wonder what the phonetic spelling for Femme is. I looked it up on Google, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cute. I was walking past a tattoo shop. I was like, you know what, let's just go get it. So I showed them the Google search, and I said, put it right there. I put it on my legs intentionally because I used to shave my legs, and no longer do I do that because my legs are beautiful as they are, and I can still identify as Femme in my body, in my experience, without any alterations of any kind. These shoes, boop, there's like a little heart situation at the bottom. Most of these items are thrifted. I think thrifting is a wonderful way to bring beautiful signature pieces into your wardrobe. I try to purchase rings whenever I travel. I want to wear the world on my finger. I have folks saying work. I have folks saying yes. I have folks saying slurs. Well, you know what they say? Girl, all you gotta do is one thing, baby.
And when you're walking down the street, like feeling yourself, and someone does say something negative, does it like even?
Oh no, honey, I've had years of practice. I know I may look young, darling, but I do have some years under my belt. It's like moments when I'm like, there's nothing that's going to shake me, and I'm going to exist in myself, because I know who the hell I am. Florals is the theme, if, you know, people haven't caught on just yet. The glass is clean. Hold on. Can't be on camera with the glasses looking foggy, honey. This outfit is by a black woman. It's called Hue. It's very flowy. I typically wear this to the park. So if I'm like having like a little moment, I want to have myself a little picnic, play some Sade, have a little sip of wine. I'm not sure if that's illegal, but you know, put it in a paper bag. It matches perfectly again with the floral on this purse. It's a modest heel, very demure, very considerate, very mindful. So I actually have a bilateral hearing loss. I wear a hearing aid. I'm supposed to wear two, but the world is so loud. I don't know how y'all do it. The world is loud. I prefer having a hearing loss so I can like pop this out and there's a good moment of silence. But for the longest time as a child, I would get teased for my hearing aids. Now, I am in a place where I've embraced my hearing loss. I don't feel like it diminishes my style in any way. And if anything, I'm grateful for my hearing loss because I think it shaped the way I interact with the world, how I listen to music. Like, I can't hear the lyrics, so I'll play it and I'm like, oh, that sounds cute. And if I'm invested in the song, then I'll look up the lyrics. There are also songs that came out years ago and I have my own lyrics to them and I refuse to look up the lyrics because I'm like, I've made it my own song. So I think my hearing loss is something that I've grown into and something I've learned to appreciate because I think it shapes me and how I experience the world.
We're having a yellow moment.
We are, darling, we are yellow roses, in fact.
Oh, roses like your mom.
Yes, yeah. When I saw this dress, I was like, oh my goodness, not only does it have roses on it, so I know my mother is here with me, but it's also yellow roses, and yellow is my favorite color. So I was like, how perfect in terms of the combination. Yeah, it's given, you know, fancy church lady, and I'm here for it. And then obviously I have my mother's purse to bring it all together. Oh, honey, I love pattern clashing. I'm like, why not bend the rules? Some people may think this is clashing. I think it fits perfectly with this look. Whenever I travel, I always see at least one rose. I was upstate with some friends. We rented a house. The glass of the front door were roses. I was like, Mama, I see you, girl. We're here. I have a deep appreciation for, I don't know, just the beauty in nature. It is unfortunate that we live in a society that's kind of detaching us from the land. So I have, in my apartment, I'm around like 200 plants. I call them my green girls after golden girls. I was obsessed with golden girls. So they are collectively my green girls. Because we always need girlfriends to remind us how we can better care for ourselves. I think house plants are just like the little seedlings to a larger conversation that humans need to have around how we can be better to this planet. And I think that's why I always highlight, you know, houseplant as the beginning of a longer journey. If I can get you to care about your houseplant, maybe that'll get you interested in the tree on your block. If you're interested in that tree, maybe that'll get you interested in the park that's near you. If you're interested in that park, maybe you're interested in the community garden. And so I think there's a lot of like symbolism and connection that I have in terms of caring for my plants and how it allows me practice to better care for myself, but also how I can better treat others. I love my green girls. I mean, the skirt is just snatched. I mean, this skirt, I mean, come on, bam. Ooh, Yeah. The collar's like really fun and oversized. It just feels really good on my body. Florals on florals on florals, honey. Fierce and florals.
When do you feel the most joy?
There's something really beautiful about being able to exist with myself and not feel alone. But then there's also moments when I'm in community and in moments when I cannot water myself and I rely on the folks that I love and cherish in my life to water me in ways that I can't water myself. And so those are definitely moments that I feel joy when I'm with the people that I love and we are holding each other. Allowing myself to embrace the here and now and enjoy the journey and not focus too much on the final destination. I just really want to have fun. There's a Maya Angelou quote. You mind if I read it? No, actually it's in my book. Shameless plug. The quote is, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." That's really what it's all about for me. So in my book, I start with my grandmother, and then towards the end, me and my mom, like literally one of my favorite photos. I would not be the person I am without those two strong, beautiful black women.
If you had to distill like the one thing that your mom and or grandma taught you that like lives in you, what would it be?
Well, what craft? Family comes first. And that's just not given family, but also chosen family. I think we should allow ourselves the gift to be able to build the families that we want. And I'm not just talking partner and children, I'm talking communities of people, friends, lovers. My name is Christopher Griffin, also known as Plant Kween. My pronouns are they, she, he. I'm a gender pronoun mannequin. Try them all on me, darling. My favorite thing is my mother's purse. She was such a strong, beautiful femme black woman, and she was very unapologetic about it and created a pathway for me to follow in her footsteps and exist unapologetically in my own truth.